Considering my channel revolves around nostalgia and dogging on celebrities, a video covering the history and future of one of the most rapidly growing and successful singers of our time, especially with the knowledge that I don't even like modern music that much, and I mostly just listen to video game soundtracks, is weird. And yet, here we are. I could be making a video about Yes Theory, Offline TV, or Skylanders again, but instead, I'm covering a celebrity you have definitely come across in recent times. You may have heard of Subnautica, Unisonus, Hey Natalie, and Bo Burnham, but there is absolutely no way you haven't heard of Dua Lipa. The 26-year-old singer has taken over the music industry in a mere 5 years on the scene with her fun and unique beats, vocals, videos, stories, and, well, a lot more. And let me tell you, her burst onto the music scene is far from over. So let's just get this intro over with and explore the unstoppable march of Dua Lipa. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering where the title comes from, it's this dumb copy and pasted comment I keep finding on her videos like, oh my god guys, Dua Lipa knows how to surf an area. God, shut the fuck. So, before we get into Dua Lipa's story, I've got a little not-so-secret to tell you. I hate modern music. I talk all the time about my love of video game soundtracks and that I don't really listen to anything else. And that's because I do not like this repetitive, boring, uncomfortable, and annoying modern style singers bring to the table. There have been so many times that I have heard some amazing beat, get really excited, and then this horrible rap starts playing over it, and I just get so upset. I mean, come on, it's rap. It's just all these people yelling slurs and talking about money really quickly. Love songs are usually like all just naming vague traits about people or common breakup stories to get as many people to relate as possible for more money. Pop is just loud nonsense with a whatever beat behind it. Jazz, I'll be honest, is just kind of chilling in the back, but don't think it's entirely off the hook. And I mean, sure, some artists have talent. Billie Eilish, Tyler the Creator, and Jake Paul. I'm kidding about that last one, obviously. If you heard this guy's music,
I went and flooded my wrist for the fuck of this shit. Why these rappers just run out of time? I'm here forever, this life's televised. Ain't no way they can take none from any of mine.
And don't get me started on music videos. For years, the only two actual, songs I listened to outside of soundtracks were September and Sunflower. Everything else was just Subnautica, Minecraft, Ori and the Blind Forest, or even Plants vs. Zombies. But then, freshman year of high school, I learned that a few songs in the musical Hamilton were actually alright. And yes, I'm obviously talking about The Room Where It Happened. It's awesome, and I'm pretty confused why I didn't put it at number 1 in my ranking video. So yeah, Hamilton was my first big introduction into music with singing that's not complete garbage. But not too long later, this small actor crossed my path and sort of got me addicted to everything they've ever made. Bo Burnham. I doubt you're all too familiar with him. I mean, Bo's work was the real big thing that actually got me excited about songs. And wouldn't you know, months later, while on a trip to Disneyland, a little video titled Welcome to the Internet popped up in my recommended. So I then watched Inside like 6 times when I got back home. But there was one more artist that I decided to give a try after ironically listening to their collaboration with DaBaby, but then kinda actually unironically enjoying it a lot over time. I just figured, hey, why not listen to this one called Love Again? Wait, that actually, it's by Dua Lipa. Why does that sound so familiar? Maybe that's because that's the person who made that viral song New Rules. Oh, what's this? They also made IDGAF, Blow Your Mind and Break My Heart. And what's that? It's the person who collaborated to make the songs No Lie and One Kiss. Alright, it turns out I actually know a lot of what this person has made. But wait, why the heck is Dua Lipa, of all modern singers, the only one that I actually know about and enjoy? Well, that's one of the questions that will be answered by covering her history. How? I don't know, I just wanted to make a video about her. Shut up! It's the summer of 2015, where the whip and nay-nay is taking off, and in some small corner of the internet, a 20-year-old England citizen by the name of Dua Lipa uploads a cover of the song Here by Alicia Cara. Now, don't get me wrong, this is nowhere near her first cover. She's made plenty by this point, and I know this because of the number of times I've heard, "Hi, I'm Dua Lipa, I'm 15, and here's my cover." She had been signed on with Warner Bros. Records for a little while now, but was still working on her full songs, a passion she had been pursuing after creating so many song covers. This particular cover was to be the first of many uploaded to her new official YouTube channel. These videos were nothing special at a quick glimpse, it's just some fan covering some semi-popular songs. However, what stuck out to early fans was Dua's unique voice. In modern music and popular stars' work, you won't actually often hear women with alto voices, at least in the mainstream, that is. But what truly made these special was what had begun behind the scenes, as after a long journey of finally pursuing music, Dua Lipa had finally officially produced her first song, New Love. New Love had a very appealing retro sort of vibe to it, along with numerous interesting fashion choices, a not very inspired music video, but an alright one at that, and above all, it's just some alright music. It's not my jam, but honestly, I see the appeal. It's much better than the whip and nay-nay, that is for sure. Its main great musical aspects were, well, obviously the great unique voice, but it also had some very, very fun instrumentals behind it. However, let's shove that aside, because Be The One was her second song ever, and it absolutely blew up. It took a little while, but nowadays it's easily one of her most popular early songs ever, and I mean, I can see why. Will Susan strike me down for playing a clip? Yeah. The song made more great use of her just being really unique. Dua Lipa seemed to really stand out in the community with some interesting instrumentals and her, again, unique voice. However, this music video was... Okay, I'm sorry, it took her quite a while to find her footing in music video production. Like, the song itself is great, but this music video is something I see way too much. It's just random shaky dancing, random vlog shots, and this one main room where they're actually shown singing. Although I can absolutely see myself letting this slide because of how small of an artist they were at the time. There wasn't a big budget at all, and they were still honestly getting some cool shots and sets. And after some quick capitalization off this song, her next one, Last Dance, was released in early 2016. This was certainly a step up video-wise, but nothing special. The music was nice, however. My biggest takeaway from this video was actually this comment I found under the YouTube video, talking about how they enjoy she doesn't over-sexualize her music and actually shows off fashion instead of twerking and saying sex and pussy over and over again. The public consensus was that she was unique, mature, and catchy. Her songs obviously also don't come from nowhere, with people connecting to the messages and stories they can tell. One of the most incredible aspects of music as a whole is the emotional impact. Moving on, Hotter Than Hell would be released months later with an actual music video behind it. I mean, it's not that good, but it was something. I don't know why I'm talking about the music videos so much. We're here for the music and story, and the music was pretty good. Some interesting lyrics, I must say, but it works for the kind of song this is. It honestly got her some decent attention, but not as much as Blow Your Mind is so freaking good. It's got such a neat beat with amazing singing and a weird but welcome use of the kiss and the beat drops. This song did actually get quite popular, and for great reasons. I only know of one other song on the planet I found that can match the energy this song can, and that being Bo Burnham's Hell of a Ride. There was also a lot of pride being radiated from this video. You know, back when it wasn't cool to be openly pro-LGBTQ rights. And better yet, this song hit the top 30 on the Billboard Dance Club Songs chart. That is a handful, Jesus. It's not even handful, it's mouthful. This is how tripped up that sentence got me. This was also around the time her first tour was ending. Yeah, apparently she had a tour this entire time. So by now, she was on the rise, and pretty quickly being Warner Bros. Only popular female singer, really. And it makes it all the more heartwarming seeing a video of her traveling back to her hometown in Kosovo to perform in front of the biggest audience they had seen yet. I personally think this video is a great peek into how genuine some celebrities get. I mean, sure, many can fake it, but Dua shows such passion and love in her work that you can't help but smile at how excited she gets.
So we're just about to leave to go to the show. I'm lost for words. My heart's beating really, really fast. I'm quite scared. I'm really excited. I'm nervous. I'm excited because I didn't expect the site to be this big. If this was a festival, then this would be totally acceptable. But to see that the entrance has my own name on it and that this stage is just like all mine is pretty crazy.
And after a few Critics' Choice concerts and NME Awards performances, she would release Thinkin' About You. And about the song, I kind of have to agree with this comment right here. It's basic, sure, but it's honestly still underrated. It's just a nice, calmer song compared to the more hyper and energetic Blow Your Mind, for example. But yeah, by this point, Be the One and Blow Your Mind seemed to be the only two songs absolutely skyrocketing her to stardom. Well, those and No Lie, a song by Sean Paul, released much earlier into that year. So honestly, there's no way Dua could randomly produce a worldwide sensation of a song that takes the United States by a storm, garnering 2.5 billion views over the course of 4 years. I mean, right? July 2nd, 2017, Dua Lipa has literally only been making music for 2 years, and yes, she was already decently well known, but she was about to absolutely explode in popularity because she released the song New Rules to all platforms. If you went literally anywhere in 2017, you know what the song is. It was everywhere. Dua Lipa had finally found her footing, and even though some were upset about her kind of leaving her beginnings of acoustic music, they still couldn't be upset with a production like this. She was no longer a portion of some small community. This song made her a celebrity, and a damn good one. First off, this is an actual music video. It follows a story with great sets and, like, actual incredible cinematography with lots of long one-shot takes. Like from this very first shot all the way to here, a full minute in, it is one take, all of that, no cuts, and stuff like this just adds so much energy to this video. The only thing that would have made this video better is if in the third time around, when Dua is the one explaining the rules to one of her friends, they could have used a cool panning transition to make it feel like one long camera motion again. It could have looked really cool, but I cannot complain about what we got. The video is so simple at times, but it still adds so much. But no one is here for the video. We're here for the music, and yeah, it's nice. The beat is catchy with hilarious uses of extras and support singing, and for the time it was actually unique. Of course, nowadays we know it to be this simple and repetitive piece of music, but that's because everyone ended up copying this because of how popular it was. Her singing is as good as ever, keeping her unique style throughout. Oh, did I mention the choreography, by the way? No. We're moving on from the video, I swear. But what sticks out most in this video was the theme as a love song. Most breakup songs and stuff were like, well, it's all the same. Oh no, sad. Oh no, mad. Oh no, I'm over you. Oh no, I found a new person. Take that. But the ever clever Dua decided to spin it into a story of support with her friends. When going through a rough time with a past lover, it can be best to, instead of obsessing over them, to hang out with friends and support each other with a good time. And it was all of these elements that threw the song at everyone within a million-mile distance. You know, normally in these videos, these like tribute style things, it's by the end when the person I'm talking about becomes like a celebrity or star or something. But no, we're in the second chapter, alright, technically fourth, but the second one actually labeled, and she's already one of the more popular singers of the time. The song easily beat out every single song as a Billboard topper in the UK. She got number 2 in Australia and number 6 in the US and number 7 in Canada. And in that same year, Be the One and No Lie continued to blow up and also dominate the top 10 charts. She went on multiple tours as well and would later get awards and lots of recognition. But here's the thing, this was simply the beginning of her first self-titled album, and this thing also just absolutely blew up. So 2017 was obviously a huge year for Dua, as not just New Rules blew up, but her entire career did. 2017 saw the release of Lost in Your Light, IDGAF, Garden, Genesis, No Goodbyes, and Homesick. Yeah, you probably haven't heard of a lot of those, which is fine, but also not. It's not fine. Listen to Garden, please. But this was sort of an in-between era. You know, this time and album to many felt like this filler in between her major hit song and major hit album. Even though this album also absolutely destroyed charts, but nowadays people really only remember like 4 of these songs. However, due to the large amount of time required in between this and the next album, all of this time in between could be spent on tours, promotion, music videos, collaborations, and live shows. All captured in a series uploaded to her very own YouTube channel. Dua Lipa Diaries captured lots of build-up, preparation, and behind-the-scenes moments for her many shows around the world. Well, mostly Europe, but around the world. She also would be releasing Scared to Be Lonely, a collaboration with Martin Garrix. So yeah, you know, classic collaborations, massively successful albums and songs, blah blah blah. What else could she possibly do? Get 5 nominations in the Brit Awards and winning British Female Solo Artist and British Breakout Act? No, not that. It's actually everything I just said, plus being nominated as Artist of the Year. Jesus Christ, dude! Also, according to Wikipedia, that's the first time a woman has ever received that many nominations! Also, I really don't understand the apparent hate her performance got. Like, most people enjoyed the music, but criticized her dancing, which her music back then wasn't really centered around dancing. It was the choreography that helped tell the story in fun ways. It's one of the things that made IDGAF and New Rules so interesting. The lack of dancing and more of a focus on storytelling. But I do understand the style that she has found herself in doesn't quite fit with what these shows were like, which is why I think Future Nostalgia was a complete middle finger to all those people. But in the meantime, she collaborated with Blackpink on a very popular song, Kiss and Makeup, that still doesn't actually have a music video with all of them for no good reason. She collaborated with Calvin Harris to make the ever-popular One Kiss, and she collaborated with Wethan to make the 50 Shades Freed soundtrack. I take every single compliment back. But this wasn't the only movie she helped with, creating Swan Song for the movie Alita Battle Angel, which is honestly quite the song. Maybe not as catchy, but it sure is one to analyze. Another very talked about collaboration she made in the middle of quite the appearance change was with Silk City to create Electricity, which was alright. And you know the rest. Blah blah blah, more shows, blah blah blah, more interviews, blah blah blah, more awards, and blah blah blah, future nostalgia. I wanted to take a second to rewind back to the beginning of 2018, when IDGAF was released, because this song has been fucking with my head. For all of the criticizing I have done of her music videos, you can probably imagine my surprise when I watched the nearly one continuous camera shot, symbolic, and colorful music video for Dua Lipa's I Don't Give a Fuck. One of the things that has really made Dua Lipa stand out these days, other than the just genuinely good music and unique voice, is her actually well thought out and interesting, uniquely styled music videos. Instead of shaky cameras, flexing money, drunk cameramen, and fast, annoying cuts, Dua began showing the world that a music video can actually look really cool with New Rules, and then took that to the next level with IDGAF. It takes a full minute 45 for the first cut, which is just a transition that you can't even really tell on the first viewing. And this makes the entire thing feel a lot smoother and easy to follow. Unless, of course, you're focusing on how the hell they made the single camera movement so smooth with 2 different takes of the same actors doing different things at different angles. This girl even visibly touches the other her. How did they do that? It's not just a visually cool video, it's a visually impressive video. The only time the editing was obvious was when Blue Dua was walking in front of Orange Dua this time. Anyways, I finally found some behind the scenes video for this, and it turns out that they just had to painstakingly record the 2 different takes at the exact same angles on the exact same set so they could key the exact same shots over one another. And that girl that actually touched the other her, turns out it wasn't a green screened in duplicate. They just had a decently similar looking person to enhance the effect. Oh, and then these big wooden walls, completely not even there in their take. It was added in later in editing. Oh, and then the Dua Lipa kiss. Quite the editing struggle, I'm sure. Everything here enhances the video incredibly, making it one of the best I've seen. The one long camera take really works wonders with the symbolism of these 2 sides fighting. The sides, of course, being Blue, in which Dua is attempting to move on from her past relationship, and Orange, in which Dua is completely against letting go of her feelings. Both sides fight, argue, and present their cases. Well, as long as we're all willing to accept this Roblox animation as a fight. And of course, as this song goes on, both sides truly come to an understanding that they don't give a fuck. The Orange side begins singing and interacting more, showing their growth and separation from the past relationship. And then, of course, the kiss, the deal-sealing moment where she finally is accepting her chance to move on from the breakup, forming a broken heart at the very end of the song, just as a little nod that she don't give a fuck. The beat is fine, the lyrics are nice, and her singing is about as good as usual. The song is less of a great song, but as a whole, including that video, it's incredibly impressive. The video, the lyrics, the visuals, the symbolism, and the beat all come together to make something completely new for the music industry. And I still don't understand how they got this shot. Whatever, let's just move on to future nostalgia. Dua Lipa has already broken the industry and internet over and over again with Be The One, New Rules, IDGAF, and No Lie. But for some reason, she decided that wasn't enough. So instead of making an album with amazing songs where only a few blew up, she just made an album that entirely blew up. And the song to start it all? Well, that was Don't Start Now.
Ironic.
I will say that this is one of Dua Lipa's more popular songs, and while it is catchy, upcoming hot take here, it's not that good. I mean, you've got the usual fun beat and the always amazing voice, but it's just hip-hop. This is the exact song I described earlier when I was talking about the type of music I hate. It's repetitive and simple, bland and uninspired, and the music video, while having some fun imagery from time to time, was mostly that wobbly singing footage I complained about over and over again. It's clear that Dua did put lots of effort into trying to make it good. And while there were individual highlights like the beat and shots like this in the music video, that almost feels like an inverted version of the wobbly camera wrap, if that makes sense. Like a complete 180 spin of what you usually find in videos. Anyways, while those aspects may be great, I just didn't enjoy this song as much as many others did. But even with this, isn't it kind of interesting that my least favorite piece of hers so far is equivalent to the industry standard? I'd call that a success. And no matter how many complaints I could pry out of this video, it was still a huge success, seeing her lots of publicity. And then the album title song, Future Nostalgia, was released, and let me tell you, this one was a huge step up from Don't Start Now that no one actually really paid attention to. The lyrics, the style, the flow, the humor, and the beat all culminate to make one of the more unique songs I've ever really heard. And it would have made a great official video if people had actually listened to the song. But whatever, while my dreams of ever seeing a Future Nostalgia music video get crushed, new ones were completely made with the release of Physical. The end of this clip.
Dula Peep went to Lizzo's after Grammy party.
Physical may have not been the most popular on its release, but it certainly has found its audience over the past year, and for damn good reason. It's pretty much just as symbolic and complex as IDGAF, but I actually understood how they made it, except for this one shot. Like, it's not that hard, but making it look this smooth is quite the task. Physical for the time was unique in that it had a great mix of unique and basic instruments, blending two worlds and making an entire new kind of original, and boy did it pay off. The entire thing radiates the unique and stylish feel of Dula Peep-I's music, and the basic yet catchy feel of most modern music. All of this really melted together in a song that can satisfy most, and, well, that it did. And as much as I could rant about the song for a while, I could do that with any song, and I have a very limited time to do that, so the furthest I will go is that this is a cool music video and I like the colors. However, despite Physical's success, Dula Peep would manage to one-up herself yet again with Break My Heart. The stylish, catchy, upbeat, and one-of-a-kind successes that sure made a lot of money. Holy sh! Break My Heart was an even bigger success for Dula Peep. That was once again a surprising blend of mainstream and unique. The music video was colorful with lots of cool camera tricks and transitions. It cuts a lot, but normally it's on the beat. And it has this take that's just as telling as it is kind of funny. But it's also just so catchy. This is the song where Dula leans heavily into a mainstream style and still makes it work. It's really just what Don't Start Now wishes it could be. I'm trashing on that song too much. It's fine, okay? I just hold standards way too high for her music. But my main obsession with this song is the utilization of the beat drop it has, I guess. It genuinely adds so much despite being such a small thing.
Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Oh no, I was doing better alone.
But after Break My Heart, we enter into this strange limbo zone of very underrated songs. I'm talking about Good and Bad, Boys Will Be Boys, Fever, Pretty Please, and Cool. Something about these songs just didn't hit her audience, like Physical or Break My Heart. Fever was the only of these songs to get a music video, but I'm honestly not a big fan of it. The music, however, was very cool. It's this really nice blend of French and English with another artist named Angel. Good in Bed is a repetitive yet really interesting and catchy song that sure has lyrics. Boys Will Be Boys is really just a grand breakdown of sexism and boys being boys, and overall just kind of using and abusing women while expecting them to stay as perfect little objects. If this thing blew up, it would actually create some really interesting online discussions. And I haven't known Pretty Please or Cool long enough to give them an actually full opinion / analysis, but I listened to them and they sound pretty fun, so I don't understand why no one listens to them. Around now is when Dula's album was quite literally surfing an era. I said the thing. Oh my god, it's the title! Future Nostalgia, despite the low sales at the time, completely topped most charts for female artists, and a few worldwide as well. She was also the first female artist since 1952 to have gotten 3 top 10 singles in just 1 year. Are you noticing a trend yet of how many times she's been the first female to achieve some record? And after all of this, she would release the animated music video for Hallucinate. The animation works really well with the music and overall style. I can't quite put my finger on, but definitely feels like a bit of an older style of animation. And also, it's just so damn catchy. It's got a great balance of being repetitive, but not enough to be actually annoyingly so. But we have no more time to break down the song like we have with others. It's time to move on to her biggest song since New Rules. The song that is slowly but surely taking over corners of the internet and becoming a defining piece of Dula's career. Who's ready to make some noise for the one, the only, Levitating? The rapping community is a little foreign to me, as I don't particularly enjoy spending my time listening to the same 5 swears over and over again really rapidly, so when I heard DaBaby blowing up online, I did not care in the slightest. I mean, the memes were good, but this man was just not good in all of the collaborations I saw him in. Until I heard him make a sandwich in Dua Lipa's new music video. Levitating is one of the most catchy mixes of modern and older musics that I have ever heard. It pretty much takes this weird modern twist on more disco era style of music. The music video is even uploaded in a square format, and with it you have something that multiple generations have been able to listen to and enjoy. And this is probably one of the many reasons the song has absolutely blown up on TikTok. Now, TikTok is a place that I absolutely despise and hope to never talk about again after this video. But basically, being the energetic, catchy, simple, and repetitive song Levitating is, it absolutely soared as one of the more popular songs on TikTok in early 2021. People loved the style and vibe of the song, but the other aspect of the song that saw loads of attention was DaBaby's rap. It may surprise you when I say that Dua Lipa actually understands her fanbase and online culture, really. So when she and her producer saw DaBaby blowing up as a meme, they knew they had to include him. He comes out of nowhere and just starts rapping about love, cheese, and himself. He literally comes onto the space elevator, acts like himself, and then makes a sandwich.
So catch up, go put some cheese on it, get out and get your bread up.
And can I just say, he genuinely both sounds better and looks like he's having a lot more fun in this song, probably because of the fact that he isn't being made to just rap really fast and say the N-word over and over. Overall, despite the differences in their careers, DaBaby fit the aesthetic and energy of the video, allowing for all of the memes you've probably come across. I mean, look at this and tell me he doesn't belong here. I mean, I genuinely, I hate random raps thrown into music for literally no reason, but what made DaBaby so much fun was that they embraced a more fun side to it and really made it feel like it was just pulled straight out of the memes from him. The video as a whole has such a fun energy and carries over an aspect of the music that everyone unknowingly obsesses over, which is the fact that the song is constantly flowing with lots of energy and hype. Like right when you think Dua might be done with this quick cutting, fast dancing section and maybe like turning it into a bit of a slower part, DaBaby comes out of nowhere to dance and rap, only for this to transition into another huge dancing section with cool lights where these roller skaters just come out of nowhere in this hilarious and confusing scene. And finally, the video ends on, I don't even know what's going on. This song has since completely topped most of the charts it's found itself on, such as the Hot 100 Billboard. This song is now engraved into modern music in such a short time, seeing it appear all over the place, like in the movie Sing 2, I Want to Kill Myself. Of course, in light of some interesting statements made by DaBaby in 2021 regarding LGBTQ stuff, they have absolutely no plans to ever collaborate again. And Dua has attempted to remove the version with him off of several platforms. Whether or not this was the right decision is up to you, but I do think it was a good idea to, at the very least, speak against what some of DaBaby was saying when you have such a big platform. But then again, Dua can be seen all the way back in Blow Your Mind, supporting gay rights and other aspects of the such, so honestly, lots of respect for that. This is another thing about her and her music that millions of people just love, and it's things like this that just see her success double. But let me tell you, with such success, the comments on the music video are something here that... Here, let me show you a few. I will be celebrating like this when I get a divorce. Oh my god. Good luck. FH5. Oh, right. This song was actually used in Forza Horizon 5, and... Oh, I can translate it? Alright. Thanks, Google. Let's go. Yes. Thank you, Foot. Levitating. Oh, hey, I can translate that last one. Back when Dua Lipa had class? My mans, this was literally made just a year ago, and are you just upset that she wore slightly less clothing in Love Again? Wow, Dua Lipa. This is just funny. Oh, I can translate it! The definition of levitating is rise or cause to rise and hover in the air, especially by means of supernatural or magical power. Nothing about this musical has to do with the supernatural and magical powers, but it's one hell of a song. Dua Lipa's fat. Oh wait, I can translate Foot's comment too. Dua Lips is fat with wrong body. For her doing that on the Versace show, looking like that, it's wrong. She opened her mouth on runway. Her face is not good either. And she's in Vogue saying she has power with a picture. And this song is not good. Music today is not good. You must be that model body to be sexy. Her knee is off her whole body and face. Where did this come from? Like, for starters, I get that Dua Lipa would absolutely lose her simping fans if she wasn't really pretty, but literally she never makes over-sexualized content. It's one of the things that I love about her stuff. The fact that she doesn't make the same garbage over and over and then just getting views because she wears incredibly skimpy clothing for the duration of it. But also at the same time, I feel like you're trying to body shame someone that looks like this. So I'm not sure what the end goal was here. Anyways, with all that said, with that interesting situation out of the way, let's move on to We're Good, released just months after Levitating. While the music is more of the classic Dua, unique, catchy, and alright, the music video is genuinely interesting to me. The symbolism with the lobsters was engaging along with the Titanic connection. However, she does something here that she's done before, and I hate when music videos do it, which is interrupting the music video to show dialogue or something. I'm watching the music video to have something to look at while vibing. Why are you stopping the music to show me a guy whining about a broken pipe? Anyways, this song performed alright, but nothing like her next and latest song, Love Again, which is her best song. No one is allowed to disagree with me. And I was thinking of making another chapter completely about it, but honestly, I've been thinking about making just an entirely separate video about that, so stay tuned for that. Just know it's catchy as hell, has great symbolism and visuals, a really fun beat, and overall just has great production quality. That's really hard to find nowadays. And with this, we have caught up to speed with Dua's story, where she sits with future nostalgia slowly taking over, and multiple Grammys in her pocket.
Joking me. Oh my god, you were joking! I love you, thank you so much. Oh my god, 6 nominations!
Dua Lipa is one of the most rapidly growing artists with only 2 official albums released, and has broken the classic Grammy curse by winning a Grammy 3 nominations in a row. And her story isn't one I told just because I kinda like her music. This video was really made just as an excuse to learn more about her story. Her history in music is genuinely interesting to me because of how rapidly she has been seeing success, and because of what her future could look like, along with what has caused this success. She has opted out of the annoyingly repetitive style of the industry in order to genuinely express her creative voice. This woman takes risks and makes them catchy. Nowadays, she is a huge advocate for women's rights, allowing her to be a role model for, well, I mean, there's really something to idolize about her for everyone. Honestly, it's actually kind of scary now that I think about it like that. Dua Lipa's music and music videos show how genuinely connected and passionate she is about her work. And while money is obviously a massive motivator for her and her producers, the entire team works incredibly hard to actually produce content that is at the very least alright. And sometimes it can be difficult to find an artist where their best stuff is at least a little above alright. When she was criticized for her performance in 2018, she didn't just say screw you to everyone that hated on her, she actually took the time to improve her skills. And for this, I'm pretty excited to see where she goes from here. Even though I don't really see another new rules in her future, she will definitely become one of the biggest artists of all time at some point in her career. She actually interacts with her fanbase in ways most don't, even going as far as to use the community tab on YouTube. And she supports major movements such as the push for LGBTQ inclusivity. Dua's work, while not the best in my eyes, truly is like no other I've ever seen before. And let's hope that she is just at the start of an age with actually good songs made by actually good artists that doesn't result in a man like this making music. Thanks for watching.